everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Dolphins are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Jets, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Okay, Larry, Charles and I, we have brought our talents to South Beach, or at least in the neighborhood of South Beach, as we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Looking to throw. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Going for it all. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. And Rosas puts this one through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back to throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Set, 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. Swatted. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff as they run left side. Shoves him away. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll look to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief. Huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why.
And how about this, a fake? Wide open receiver complete. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. And someone must have been in this hot sun a little too long. They've got the punt team out there. And just to clarify, it is not fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Jets set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Pretty move. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 57 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Set. Blue, 90. Blue.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 8 yards on the screen there. Not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
All right, here we go.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kasim Edebole able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
In motion, Safarian Jenkins.
Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense. Get the ball back for our offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. toss play. Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. Left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. That is incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
All right, here we go. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got the first as they bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now they try the right side here. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Back now in Miami. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Dolphins now.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, and try to figure out what is working and call more of that.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. To throw here. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Let's go! Gone!
Now a handoff looking right. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The slot man in motion right. The play clock's running down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up and
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Looking to throw.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll look to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
one of our guys.
She's singing too.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind. But he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
So now here come the Dolphins. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here we go now. 3-19. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. I'm coming, boy. You line.
here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.